Alright, I'm gonna test this out, see how it goes. But basically, I'm gonna try and run through one of the replays from yesterday and see how well this goes. So, yeah, I'm gonna run through the second game of York, which we lost 4-1 or 1-4. However you're gonna say that. So, it's gonna be anyway. So I'm gonna do this all by myself. So basically, whatever I see is what I'm gonna say. So I have no one here, so I have no idea what anyone else is thinking. And I'm not really gonna include what I was thinking. I mean, if there's an obvious thing, maybe, but I also don't remember the comps too much. So, but here we go. Yeah. So for starters, let's slow this down a bit so we can see it better. Come on now. Okay. So you turn. That's a side flip. Okay, so that's the first problem, just because if you're side flipping there, you're not getting any forward momentum. I just keep doing that. You don't get any forward momentum. So you might be in position better, but you're not going to get there at the same time he's going to get there. That's a very interesting flip. I want to say that was a speed flip. But yeah, like if we watch. Okay, I should have been a speed flip, but I'll watch that back to see what he did. So we land here, which if you turn to the right and come in center, it's like a perfect spot to be in. But instead, Jack didn't hold his power slide and just jumped after. So when he came in like this, if he holds power slide when he lands and corrects a little, all his momentum goes this way now. And then if he jumps there and does his flip, which is going right, yeah, yeah, nice 50, which should just like roll along somewhere over here or over here. Yeah, because that's a big pot. This Kyle's not going to be in a good spot to get. See, let's watch what this other guy does. Okay, well, he was trying to do a speed flip, but he didn't get a diagonal flip. He got more like a front flip. That's why he's like sideways there, which is why it looks weird. It's also why he doesn't land in supersonic. Same with Jack. I mean, that also comes in the power side, which this guy does a little bit of it. And yeah, he's trying to go right. So he's trying to get to the left of the ball, but because of how slow he is, because Jack's there first, he's not going to win that. Back to full speed. But kind of on our spot. Yeah, whatever. I'm just trying to get that out. Buy us a little time. What happened here? So that's over one guy. Buy just enough time there. I'll grab that. Yeah. So here's, I mean, obviously there's a double commit, so that's a cop's problem. But big problem here is like, since Jack was back post here, if he goes for this, even if Kyle's rotating in like here, which that'll cover like this half of the goal, but like the rest of it, probably not. Just because he's gonna have to react a lot faster and not have as much time to get there. But since Jack's back post, if he leaves here like he did here and goes for that challenge, he's leaving an empty net behind him, which that pops off the ceiling. Good play on his part. And now we got Kyle trying to make it really awkward, probably bad save, which he doesn't get to. So, to avoid that whole thing, get that. Yeah. So this should be Kyle's ball to go up to, or Meister. I'm calling Kyle because that's his name. But that should be his to go up for, to at least challenge. If he gets beat, then Jack can go up. And then, I should be back. If he gets a 50 or something, I should be able to there come in and clean up. But because Jack goes for it, now Kyle's in a weird spot, and I'm not going to be back by then. So that's how that goal ends up. Which start of the game, not too bad. I mean, a couple of bad plays, but easily fixable. 2 speed flips. Well, that's an iffy one. If I would have just, that's me. If I would have actually gotten up to that height, probably would have been a really weird or bad touch. Which, I mean, if this guy's going to shoot from there and Jack's back pose, that's really not a threat. But, I mean, Jack peeks out a little. So, like, if this guy would have hit that, it's probably, like, high back post, it would have been a really awkward, weird save for Jack as he came out. So, if instead of coming out like this, like he did, if he just kind of slows down, just chills at back post. Because, I mean, that's a shot from basically half field. This is where he shot it from. So like that's plenty of space and time. Like even if you don't have a whole lot of momentum, because Jack should have 100 boost because he picked up this, he should be able to get anything that's on target. Another comms thing. Either if Jack was gonna go for that, he should have called that probably earlier before Kyle turned. Or if Kyle was gonna go for it, before Jack called for it, and he got a touch there, he would have had to call that. Either way, someone has to call it. Because you're gonna have to jump for the ball there. Yeah, so Kyle picks up big boost, rotates it over there, which I'm fine with, because honestly, this guy should have a shot towards the net, or this guy over here, pass it. Oh, he took the back boost too. Yeah. Which, that's fine, because that guy's probably going to get it. Just needs a little more momentum there, or not go up the wall and just, like, chill here. And if that guy's coming, just, single jump, try to maintain possession, do something with it. It's not a terrible first touch. I mean, it's a little high for him to get to from where he's at. Obviously, that guy misses, so That's what's leading to that. Yeah, it's gonna be a pop. Yeah. So like right here, I should have brought my rotation out wider. Come in like this, so I don't have to kill so much of my momentum turning around. Yeah, Jack should have came out more like, even though this boost pad isn't there, come across this boost pad and come in. Just because now he's front post with Kyle being all the way up here. So if he's gonna save anything on back post, he's gonna have to back up to like back here and then go forward again instead of just coming out here, kind of trying to maintain his momentum as much as he can. You know, turn around and maybe be like right here, which should be able to save most of back post from there. Actually, all of it. But because he's so far up here, basically anything that's on basically the left side of the goals, he's not going to be able to get to. And then he doesn't have to press out really anywhere here, just because I'm still on the wall. So like if there is anything close, I should be able to get it. Or, I mean, if it's low, then if you're back post, you can still get there. Don't do that. If you're gonna try and wait for one, you either come in slower or you gotta do a circle or something. You don't ever want to slam on the brakes, back up, and then go forward again. Yeah, because if you didn't do that and you didn't start doing like a circle and you realize he popped it really far away and turn around and go for it, you would have gotten there quicker. Probably before he was there, and then it was just making the shot, which you place it like somewhere, just not somewhere right around this guy. You should have a goal. Because as soon as you saw that touch, that's when I would have went for it. That was Kyle. Which he does. It's just he has no momentum. Which that's why that guy still gets there first. So Kyle has momentum. He could probably get to the right side of this and like he gets like he's going for a flip reset from like this angle. He gets a nice 50 that should pinch down somewhere over here. Okay, I'm fine with that. But when you're rotating out, instead of coming this way, you want to come more either this way or just straight back and turn around. Because right now you're kind of in a weird spot because you're like in between two spots, two rotations. Which, if you come this way and like I come over here, then that's fine. If the ball goes center and you cut in. Or if you come this way, then you're back here and I'm still center, and then whatever ball pops out or whatever I can get to. Yeah. I mean, someone's got to realize like, hey, there's a teammate there, and not bump them. But that's just because of your weird rotation of coming like through the two spots. So honestly, I probably would. Here, I'll go back a little. Again, we're trying to land facing down the wall, but it's not bad recovery. So you grab that. As soon as, oh yeah, I would have just turned around Jack and then flipped this way, right there. Just because I would have realized like, hey, Check's coming in right there. As long as I get around him and he doesn't hit me or I don't hit him, it should be fine. And like right now, you're pointing right at me over here, which you want to avoid going where I'm going. So, yeah. Yeah, because that's a big touch from Harkin, which if I was there, I probably would have got right there, which, soft touch to the right, 50 it with one of them maybe, or just 50 it with Hargun. That looks kind of weird because we're both shadow defending, kind of, but you gotta try and not go on the wall there, because that's slowing down a lot of your momentum. I don't know what the comms were. Yeah, I'm guessing I probably said I have low boost. Which I'm just gonna assume that's why Kyle goes up all on the wall here. Because if not, then that just he's not trusting me that I'm actually gonna get there and get a touch or something like that. Because he could have grabbed the big boost and been out like somewhere over here right now. It's a weird touch. Anyway. Yeah, because that's why that ends up being a 50. It's fine. Good 50 though overall. Try and get a softer touch there so it doesn't fly so far away from you. But luckily they weren't there and you had a good pinch, I guess is what that was. It's just neither of us were there, which I mean that would have been another 50 in the middle. Okay, so right there, Kyle's assuming you're not getting there, which I mean, you really shouldn't have. One of them should have been there. Because they kind of just drove around a little bit right in there. Yeah. So it's just coming down to they're weird, but just kind of trusting you're gonna get some kind of touch on that. Because then Kyle would be like right here, and that's probably gonna end up being a 50 that goes for that wall. Which that's perfectly fine. Because then, if it comes to me, I can just go up on the wall, or if it comes out, I can just go clean that up. Yeah. Because now there's a big gap in the middle. And that's the second goal. Yeah, that's more of a side flip than a diagonal flip. And like, if you are doing an actual diagonal flip, you don't boost through the whole thing. You gotta stop like halfway and then start again. Just because for a diagonal flip, when your car goes, you land like face, like you start like this and you flip towards the ball, and then your car actually ends up upside down facing that way. So if you boost through the whole thing, you're technically killing some of your momentum. Anyway, that guy did a speed flip. But you see how much earlier he gets there? Granted, he gets a bad 50, but oh yeah. Should be for the other one. Yeah, because if he's trying to lose a bad side, he just got flipped to the left. Sure, and pushes this way, which honestly, that's probably just going to stall out or pop a little, which is going to come down to Kyle and Harkin. Either way. I don't like that. Oh yeah, you get bumped there. But then you land here. From here, I mean, Kyle should be coming. So that's fine, unless you call it. Which then you pick up the big boost, go up the wall, whatever. But yeah, Kyle's definitely there. So you want to avoid going towards the ball from here, because you're literally not going to do anything beneficial if you're coming in like this. So you want to turn around. I mean, probably rotate out towards this way. That way, if something comes out like over here, I can come in. And then like you're that F558 or something, and you're already coming back as third man. But like when you keep cutting in like that, that's kind of killing the rotation, putting you is basically taking you out of the play. I mean, like right here, you might get a bump on that guy, but he should be going up on the wall, so that's probably not gonna happen. Yeah. So yeah, you literally went over here and back out to do nothing. So instead of that, you want to come out this way, which middle lane or this fish hook, whichever one you want to take, up to you. I'll just take that fish hook because you get more boost. Because you pick up like that pad, that pad, that pad, that pad, that pad, this pad. You know, you're already at like 80 boost. Pinch. Let's see, I'm cutting front post, so Jack should be going back post. Weird scrambling here. And a very interesting touch, but it worked. I like the idea, just make sure you jump there so the ball doesn't pop up like that and just kind of dies where you're at. Yeah, so that's weird. Couple boost pads you missed. Oh yeah, here's a problem. You don't ever want to, like, if you're the only one back here, you don't ever want to be, like, up here. Anywhere in this area. Because then there's nothing you're going to do about, like, back post shots or anything. So, I mean, like, even, like, right there, like, when you're around this boost, you notice, like, that was going to be a scrum. So you could actually, if you needed to, grab this big boost and then kind of float in. But the biggest thing is you're coming in really fast. So you see how you're supersonic and you're pretty much already at back pose. If you have this much time and space, you kind of want to kill your supersonic somewhere around like here. And then just kind of glide in. Yeah, because you don't lose it till you start turning. Yeah. In which case, if you glide in, you're probably back pose like here right now. And then you don't do this weird front pose rotation, spin around, net, come back mid pose, and then come out. You're just here. That gets cleared up. You can already be up here faster. That first touch. And so you just get a softer touch there. So you can keep it control and then do a quick flick. Probably put it somewhere in between the two. I mean, that goes to that guy. I could probably end up getting a bump or something. Or if not, either you or Kyle will be able to 50 that, and whatever happens after that. But that big touch there just gave up possession. Yeah. Anything's a little rough, by the way, but it's fine. Oh. Let's back that up a little. I'm gonna call that a mechanical error. Because, I mean, it's partly the read, partly what you do with your car. So if you watch here, like, you jump, but you don't move your car at all. So, like, if I was going for this, I would have tilted back a little and probably air rolled to the right a little bit. Just so my car is not just, like, parallel with the wall. So I can actually get out more, get under the ball, probably pop it over this guy. And then, like, if you lean back some and do the little arrow right, like I would do, you can get a front flip, which, I mean, you would hit. So, like, your jump's fine, but yeah, so that's the read right there is messing you up because right now you're not pointing at the ball or where the ball's gonna go. You're pointing above it. Yeah, because like if you would recognize, hey, that's gonna come, your ass gonna hit like here instead of like up here. Big difference in reads if you're going from like up here to down here. Big difference. But if you realized that earlier and you would have corrected it before you jumped, then you probably would have got a touch on the ball right here, which you got a guy back there, but you flick it off the wall or the ceiling and whatever, I can cut in like I do here, but actually have enough time to get a touch on the ball, which could save from Jack. Yeah, I'm fine with that because, you know, Jack's in a weird spot right now, so just need to be a little bit more to the right. Let me go for that. And right here, Jack's just got to realize, hey, he's going to get there first. So I got to be higher than him to cover up, like, hey, if he hits it on target, I need to be able to cover the most amount of the goal that I can. And, like, if you could see, because we're basically where he would touch the ball, right now the only thing you're covering, Jack, is, like, the low ball. Anything he puts near the crossbar or above, like, that line, this line right here, which is half the height of the goal, anything he puts above that, you're not going to touch, which is going to be the most difficult saves for me. Because anything on the ground, boost, speed flip into it, and probably get everything. I should be able to with my momentum. Yeah. So you just want to go higher sooner. Make sure you cover the most amount of that net. But luckily, no one's there, so it's not. Let's see, where rotation. Yeah, I mean, Kyle's challenge could have been a little higher too, but that was more of a, hey, I'm flying across the goal to come get this. Not a whole lot to do there. So boost stealing, that's fine. Okay, so I don't have boost here. I don't. I want to say Kyle should have called that, or just let me 50 that. One or the other. I don't know how I missed that boost, but yeah. So honestly, Kyle should have just let me 50 that, because like here he's already really close to me, which is kind of a problem. I mean, you're playing more of like a twos position because I don't have boost, which that's fine. But like right here, you don't want to be going for that just because I'm already there. And really, anything you do 50 wise is going to be something I can do from where I'm at. Yeah, because you hit that. That's why that pinches this way really fast. But that it just things comes from your Silic using ranks and your teammates not being able to hit stuff. So I guess that's part of not trusting your teammate. This is a no-no though. No matter what's going on up there, you don't want to be here because now we have everyone concentrated on that part of the field. Nobody's anywhere close to being centered. So any kind of ball that isn't in pretty much that part of the field, nobody's gonna be able to challenge or anything. So instead of coming up here, you're gonna want to come more like up the mid pads. And if you're gonna cut in, you cut in along this boost pad. Because then you'd be like, you could be like, let's see, where'd you come from? Okay, rotate near post again, which you should have swung out and done a big loop. You would have kept more of your momentum, by the way, so you don't have to use so much boost. But yeah, like you can see, hey, my two teammates are right there with the ball. I probably shouldn't go over there because there's already two of them there, so you should come more like this way. Basically the same way you just rotate it into goal, you rotate out of goal. And Yeah, whatever. You miss that boost. You pick up this boost pad. You pick up that boost pad. Same amount. Wada wing, wada wing. But then you're here instead of being over at this boost pad. Which means you can get to that a lot quicker. So yeah, like you should swing out more. And you turn up, pick up that boost pad, and then you come up the middle. And then like right as the time you're there, you could be like right here. Which would put you like here right now. Instead of all the way up there. Which you could have got a 50 there. Or play it safe. Just shadow defense, fake a challenge, come back. Wait for us. So here's the problem with this one. Because you're so far back and you wait so long, like instead of turning around up here and coming back, I would have cut across here just to apply some kind of pressure. Which I mean, from your position, I would have just fake challenged and came back. Because the problem with this is he's got 100% control of the ball right now. He can see like, hey, you're coming up on the wall, and just get under and flick it out. Chances of you reading that and getting there from this spot, very low. Unless he does like a really bad flip. Yeah. I mean, he flipped a little late too, but still, that's because of how far back you are, like how much time he has to recognize, like, hey, he's coming up on the wall. Let me just flip this out to my teammate who should be cutting in right now. Who's not for some reason, but yeah. That's a good fake challenge from that guy. Because if he didn't do that, I would have had soft touch. Probably got up the wall. Give at least you guys some time to get back into rotation, because right now we're not in a rotation. Because we're all, again, same side, same third of the field. And if you're gonna cut rotation like that, you want to turn in. Like, we'll watch this again. I guess a good touch. I'm sending that up there. Obviously, I'm gonna follow it. So the next best place you could be, because coming back, you should notice like, hey, Kyle's way back here. He's gonna be third man, so he's gonna be the guy that should be out here. So you should be turning in mid, going for that pass. But instead, I think you're going for this big boost, which I just picked up. And now we got two guys on the wall at the same point, which that should never happen. Yeah. So here, that touch is fine from me, just because of how we're in really bad spots and awkward spots. Plus, it's a good fake challenge from him. That's fine. You just want to make sure you turn in after recognizing, like, hey, my teammate's way back here. Turn in. Pick up probably that boost pad, this boost pad. And then, like, they get that touch out, and you're probably already there, or you rotate it out over here, and Kyle comes in. It keeps up the rotation. It doesn't put you out of the play like coming over here did. Yeah, because even like this, you should have enough faith in me to know that, like, hey, I'm gonna get a touch on this. And if I don't, whoever's third man is gonna be right there anyway. So they're gonna clean it up. So like there's no reason for you to be right there. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. So that looks like a consistent problem with you, Kyle. I mean, you double jump too, which you didn't need to. Because, one jump boost up a little, you can flip into it. But you're jumping facing away from where the ball is. It's like you don't want to face the ball here, you want to face where it's going. But you're over, I guess, compensating for where the ball is going to be. Which is why you had to end up turning in away from your momentum to hit this. And you hit it like that side of the ball instead of like right here. Which if you hit it here, you get a nice powerful shot on net. Which honestly, as long as you don't put it like over here, you put it somewhere over here, probably a goal. I don't think that was supposed to be a pass. I highly doubt that was supposed to be a pass. But yeah, so I missed, couldn't get there fast enough. And I mean, Jack really should be there because of that wall thing, but he tries to get a touch, but because he's coming off the wall, he gets a weird jump. Anyway, now all three of us are right here, and no one's coming in to challenge this, no one's pressuring this, no one's back. So now we're all rushing back at the same time. So, and that could have been avoided. This right here, not being there, and turning in earlier, which, if like this play took so long, you rotate out, Cow comes in, same thing happens, just you're not up there committing for that ball that I'm hitting away. Because then when you're rotating out, like if you're up here and then you rotate out, like Kyle come in, then you're rotating out into the third man position. And if Kyle gets a good touch on that and like you're third man and he doesn't think he has a shot on net and he should play like backboard because there's no one there. And then the third man can come in, finish that. Good recognition of cutting. Same with Kyle. I know what the idea was, just from this position, that's not a good idea to do. Because I'm going to assume you're trying to pass back and get it away from this guy. But because Kyle's already coming in, any kind of touch you have is going to throw him off, and he's probably going to end up whiffing or getting a bad touch off of it. And, like, let's say you try a pass back, like, into the corner, you already get a guy there. That's going to turn into I mean, there should be a guy center, but either a pass center usually or a shot on net. So right with that touch, you basically took Kyle out of the play. See, how do I rotate? Ah, see, I'm cutting in again. Which instead of doing that, I should have just came back here and waited back post. Because then that happens. There's not any way I'm gonna get beat by that guy if I'm coming in flying through here. Plus, I mean, he whiffed too, so. But big thing there was that touch right there, which took Kyle out of the play. Guess I'm fine with that, just because I was probably gonna be a pinch. But next time, try to get more this side of the ball again. That way, this 50-50 doesn't come towards our net still. It comes either out here, which that's that. I should still be net and be able to save that. Or it comes towards the wall, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, I should have definitely been back here instead of up there. Because, like, let's say you don't get that and they did pinch it. I'm too far away to read that soon enough, and I'm too close to get, like, a save on that. Unless it's, like, right at me. So definitely should have been back farther. I still don't like that rotation. Just because. Okay, you come in. I get a touch there. Fine. But you should really be picking up this pad for starters. And then making your turn a little wider. Instead of. Because right now you're basically driving at the post. There's nothing you're going to do in this position that's going to help your team. The only thing you might get is if, like, somehow this ends up becoming a shot right at you on the ground, you could backflip into it. But rotating in like that, you're keeping some of your momentum. But instead of doing that, if you realize like Kyle's coming back, those just cheat up the wall a little and try to cover the high shot. So like you'd be coming the wall kind of slow, waiting to see what happens there. But like you would be blocking everything that's like, we'll go with this, like here, this line across of the net, except for like the back post and whatever. Which since Kyle's rotating there, he'll cover that. And if it's a low ball, if you can't get there, Kyle should be able to flip across and get there. Oh, if I double jump there. Okay, yeah. Instead of boosting there, I should slam on the brakes and try to go as vertical as possible to block off any kind of shot or pass. Oh my. Well, don't do that. Which I don't know if that's the read off the wall or just a bad. You didn't turn your car enough when you jumped. I mean, I guess it was the read off the wall. But that's a ball you cannot miss. Because there's, even if you have someone back post from that close, there's nothing he's going to be able to do to get a close post shot. Which is exactly what happens. Hey, threw that away. I mean, kickoffs, it's something I have to figure out what I want to do with it. But like, if you're gonna get a big touch like that, that's gotta go up somewhere. It can't just be down towards where there's two guys already. But personally, I would have rather a small touch, keep control of the ball, and like if that guy comes and challenge, you're on the wall, just 50 it. You're probably gonna win that, just because you're gonna be higher up than him. So yeah, basically throw that ball away. Okay, he got bumped by his teammate. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, like that should be my ball to go for it just because of how close I am compared to Kyle. Yeah. So like the angle Kyle's coming in, there's not a whole lot he's gonna save there. So instead of jumping for that, which this might have been comms, I guess it was comms. He should have just stayed on the ground. Maybe turn in because you're coming back post. But a boost he just wasted on a challenge that he did not hit. But I'm guessing that was comms. So, yeah. And what happens here? I misread the bounce. Oh, Jack's really close. I don't know what that was. Coming in really hot for this. I mean, look how close you are to me. Honestly, I would have rather you be like back where this guy is. Because yeah, like I mentioned, and like because of how close you are and how fast you're coming in, you have very little recognition that like, hey, I whiffed. He's gonna catch that. Which I mean, now you're jumping at a really bad spot. So like, if you are gonna be that close and like that happens, instead of jumping, which I don't know why you're jumping, just go for a demo on that guy. Just a driving challenge. Don't jump at all. Just drive into it. And like, if he tries to do something, you're gonna hit him, blow him up, buy us a little bit of time. Yeah, because now Kyle's getting chased by this guy, just putting him in a bad spot. We're both up there trying to get back. Kyle's trying to buy it as much time as possible. Which, luckily, you didn't hit that. But yeah, you take that guy out of the play. This guy's got to rotate around, try to turn around and then get a touch. Which then Kyle's probably going to be there before him, or can at least read his touch. Either 50 that across or fake challenge, have him throw it away, kill like they go to our corner, buy a little more time. But like that's a really bad spot for Kyle to be in for with a guy up there. Because Kyle's gonna cover the net. So honestly this guy should have just double tapped it. Would have taken Kyle completely out of the play. Or he could have also air dribbled it. Because of how bad Kyle's positioning is. As long as he has control of his air dribble and he doesn't put it to where Kyle is, it's probably also a goal. But he throws it away. Almost hit top 90, which if he would have hit that, that would have been a goal. But double tap would have been a safer play there. You're not rotating along any kind of pads. You picked up one, but you either rotate middle or along the fish hook. Pick one. Don't pick the middle. The middle of the two pass. So that's why that's weird. Also about that challenge, don't flip. Just land it, A dash it, turn around. You won't be so far up. You'll land like here. You can just cut around, come back. You'll be back faster. That's fine rotation. So like check died. So now me and Kyle are kind of playing twos. So I mean, right there, you kind of threw that away. Not kinda, you did. So like you had plenty of space. You could have just caught that and dribbled. Or you know, if you want to go up the wall, go ahead. But I would have just caught it and dribbled. Try to go towards this mid boost and then cut in. Because by that time, you should have someone to pass to. But instead, you kind of throw it. And Kyle's got that kind of weird time trying out here beat. Which good fake challenge, but triggered. I should not have committed on that. Good bump by Kyle. Let's see, you're back right. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't expect him to be there. Wasn't respecting him enough. So I should have known like he's gonna get another touch before I get there. So I should have just turned around, come back, play defensive. This cow's rotating out, so you should be rotating in, which kinda are. Yeah, and it's good enough. Don't agree with that though. I mean, you get kind of left all by yourself here. But you see how you're just turning away? There's no pressure being applied to that guy at all. Just like, let's say he didn't just choke this. But I don't know why. Anyway. But like, even if you are playing back like this, you want to make sure you're back post. Because being front post, any kind of shot pass or shot or anything that's back post, you're not going to be able to save. And right now, Kyle's not going to be able to save either. So, I'm fine with you playing back here. You just need to be back post. And then once Kyle says like he's rotating in, so like right here, would have been when you start moving towards front post, then you go for that. Okay, that's why. I was wondering why I wasn't picking up pads. Good catch. We'll go back to this. So, yeah. Let's say you're back post. You come out a little later, but he's weird, so it doesn't matter. That's acceptable. You got to it for 50, and so yeah, honestly, right here, you could have just done a 180 backflip for that, and probably put that somewhere over here, which probably would have went in. But you're not. I know you say it's on the car, but I think it's more on the dribbling and the flicks. Because like right here, you already put yourself at a bad spot to flick. You hold power slide there, you probably actually hit that, but you don't, so you kind of just kill all your momentum. But like you notice how right now, like you're pointing towards that wall, which that's fine. You just move a little to the left. You do a diagonal right flip or some kind of 45 flip. It's a shot on net. But as soon as you come over here, the only place you're gonna put this ball is across here. Which, because you know Jack's to your left, there shouldn't be anyone up here. But then, you're a little far in front of it. If you would have boosted back a little right here and then gone for a backflip, you probably would have hit a 180 backflip. But yeah, you didn't power slide when you landed. So instead of keeping all your momentum going this way, you kind of killed it all and you start coming this way. Which is also why you come from, like, you were under the ball when you landed and you're more like over here. Which, if you hold power slide, you're hitting that right now. Hit that right here, you get your 360 wave dash or whatever. If you're gonna go for that, you gotta come straight back. Because this should not be your ball to get. That should be whoever was supposed to be center, which was me. So your priority right here should be playing defense. Yeah, because you should definitely see me there too. Because now you just kind of, I mean, you faked it, but that didn't really do much. You're kind of just throwing me off. Because now I see you coming towards the ball, and I'm like, is he going to hit that? Is he not? What's going on? But, see, you're going to grab that back boost, just turn around, come back towards mid. Or, if you don't want to grab that back boost, you can play extra defensive, because we had like 3 people in the line. Grab this and just turn around, pick up that mid boost. I didn't read the ball right. You jumped too late on that. It's an interesting placed ball. Personally, I would have tried to hit it like right here on this corner and kind of pull with it. Hello. Oh, there goes Kyle. Anyway,
You don't respond to my Discord message, but you respond to that?
I'm reviewing a replay right now.
Which one?
The second York one, but I'm recording it. See how this works out? Sure.
And then what?
You guys can watch it. And then I don't actually have to be in person to do it. I just literally just drop the link and then you guys can watch it on your own, see what I'm talking about. Yeah, makes sense.
That's not as fun.
I know it's not as fun.
Oh, look at us. We're down 3-0. And we're gonna get scored on again.
Also been here an hour and we still have 2 minutes to go. Anyway, like I was saying, I would just hit that towards like this bottom, hit it low on the corner so it pops up. Jack, you can just drive up the wall and do whatever else. You're, 50 with that guy or pop it center or something like that. Also, Kyle, you're coming really far up here. Which I think you recognized, but you should have been like, oh, hey. Zach's right there.
Well, I expected you to rotate out.
I mean, granted, I probably should have, but I had trust in Jack just putting that across the goal line.
That's true.
So, yeah. Anyway. So that's a weird touch.
Don't know why I'm going for that. Well, I also don't expect you to be right there.
Ah, that's fair enough. So that's comms. Again.
'Cause I think yeah, because I bailed out on that one.
Yeah, I mean, you also weren't getting there.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a pre-jump. Sorry, forget I was incursing in this.
Oh, oops.
Yeah.
I was yeah, I was downstairs eating lunch, watching the Twitch replay.
Yeah, okay.
Get, watching us get dookie on.
So, yeah, Jack jumped really early for that.
Yeah.
Probably should have waited till like right around here to jump because that ball's coming down. So he doesn't need to pre-jump that,
Yeah.
which is also the reason why he misses that because of how early he jumps. And now it's everyone's rushing back. Yeah. I'm guessing you called that, but don't kill all your momentum here. Instead of like slamming on the brakes here, if you just come in and then just turn around. Because you're gonna have the same effect either way, even if you do slow down, he's still gonna expect you to come and then he's gonna throw it away. Also,
Yeah.
Jack hits that.
Is this the one where he backflipped into it? Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, 'cause I was going for a 50, and that's why I braked, because I saw him jump into it, and I was just like, oh, uh,
So yeah, don't do that. Because, all of us were up and now no one's back. So if
yeah.
you hit that, that's just trusting, hey, my teammate's super fast. He's going to get there before this guy somehow gets there. So don't do that. Oh, you're stuck in a weird spot.
Yeah. Because I knew you were gonna, well, I didn't know, but it looked like you were gonna get bumped.
Yeah, I mean, I should have demoed him right there.
Yeah.
So that's on my part that I get bumped.
Yeah, because I was looking like, yeah. As soon as I saw the ball pop up and you were in front of him, I was like, oh, Zach's getting bumped, so I turned right, and then I don't know if it cut Jack off or not, because he was back post, but like,
I mean, same problem. He's still coming in too close.
too sharp.
Yeah. You want to come in more like a nice loop-de-loop in. So like usually like if I'm coming along here, if I don't need the boost, I usually would just cut through the middle of those. Maybe come like over here. I won't pick up that one because that's too sharp a corner right there. And just kind of slide in. That exact motion. But yeah, you're killing a lot of momentum with that sharp turn. And that's just not reading the guy. We can slow that down. So yeah, I get pumped. I flip out of there. Make sure I'm not in play. And then you gotta realize, like, hey, he's under the ball. If he hits that, that's probably going up. So you're gonna need more height on it. Which, honestly, I probably would have double jumped, but that's just because I double jump too often. Because yeah, you didn't try flipping through it, but because of how horizontal your aerial was, you don't have enough height to actually get there. Which height's probably the biggest thing to worry about with saves. That's that. And Kyle's not gonna react fast enough for that.
Yeah, no, there was no way I was getting that.
Yeah. Don't worry, we get a goal somewhere in the next 130.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Jack going for that. Cal, you really shouldn't have gone for that just because now you're last back. I mean, Jack should be hitting that, but you want to just play defensive because, again, it's a kickoff.
Yeah.
We're not in rotation yet.
I mean, a minute 30, we're 4 down. Yeah, that's probably why I just said fuck it. I mean, screw it. But nevertheless, that kid sucks.
Yeah. There's me and y'all. Um, I should
I
try to
didn't.
get a
I
toast
didn't.
there, but he doesn't have
Well, I
legs.
didn't know where he was coming in at. I was just getting the ball away.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. So again, Jack, because we already touched on this a couple times. We go back a little. You see how right now you're already at the farthest back? That means you're going to be third man. So you should not be trying to come up here for a pass. Because it's my job. Because I'm second man. And Kyle's going to be first man because he's right there. So I don't know if that flip was like, hey, I don't think he's going to get there. Or if it was, hey, I'm going to be second person, but I'm right up his butt. Because now we don't have a third person. We're on a straight line. There's no triangle. There's no depth. And he's going to get there easily. So now we're in this rough spot because we don't have a third man. Also, what was I doing?
You got bumped, and then you backflip. Yeah, boink.
Yeah, because I probably saw that guy up and like, oh, I'm going for that. Yeah, it's fine. No worries about it. Now, this is something I noticed in the one SSL replay I was reviewing. Like, there were a couple times where like he'd be in front of the ball, and like the guy would come boosting out like Jack is here, almost like he's going for mid boost, but there's no way he's gonna get mid boost, and then he just kind of ends up driving. We back that up a little. Good touch. Good playing off the wall. Don't know if that was intentional or not. But you see, like, how he's just kind of driving out to nowhere now.
Mhm.
Don't want that to happen, so. Let's say you don't get the mid boost, you turn immediately. Come back. Cross those three pads. Or four, depending how wide your turn is. And then back post. Because now I'm stuck on my. I'm literally only 1.5. And basically a 3v1, 2v1, depending where that guy goes.
I didn't know he was there already.
I mean, yeah, it's just little awareness or cons, probably both. Yeah, so actually, I would have jumped off the wall right there and when you dashed. Which, so, like, I know this is super slow, but right there, because you don't get the touch. If you jump off the wall right here, you end up, like, right behind the ball. And then obviously it's going faster than you are right now. So when you do your wave dash, you actually catch up to it. And then you can hit the ball probably right there. And then, free shot on that. And since Jack's driving out to nowhere, he could probably get a bump. Should get a bump if that happens. Yeah, that's all that was.
Bang.
Yeah, bad touch. Doesn't even get a touch on that either. Checks it there. Good. You want to play that more towards our corner though, Jack. So like, if you play that like off right here, that's just going out this way towards the wall instead of coming back center. It kind of puts us in a weird spot, especially me. But you know, that guy sucks. We've been over that.
Multi SSL tournament winner.
So yeah, Kyle here, like you don't want to go front post just
But
because you got no one rotating back post right now.
Mhm.
So you want to hang back farther, which that's usually when I come in here and park it like right here.
Playing that Northwood positioning.
I see that. Yeah, because like I shouldn't get beat on that. Because yeah, I committed to that instead of shadowing. So if I just turn left instead of just stand straight, I get a touch around there, I can follow it around, pop it over, bada bing, bada boom. But good clear there.
I think I remember this because we all like scattered away from the ball.
See, Jack realizes he's getting beat. Yeah, that was weird. Okay, I assumed you were going to challenge because of how close you were, and because I'm the last back.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't go for that. I mean, granted, I'm still in a very bad position. Which, yeah, because I come out too far now. I'm stuck in that middle zone of can't challenge but can't save. And
Ooh, owned.
that guy sucks. So okay, well, that's a problem. Yeah, so like if you're out here more, to put a little space in between you guys. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that happens because you guys are parallel for the whole time.
Hmm.
So chances of you guys seeing each other is very slim unless, you actually somehow look. Which, I mean, Jack probably should have seen you. Just because he, yeah. So like right here, Jack should be like, oh, hey, he's right there. He should still be able to see you. Up until that point, he can't see you. But because he's behind you and you're in front, you should be the guy that's cutting front posts. And he should be sitting back posts. So yeah, now we're in a weird spot. Okay, that was interesting. Going for that big boost, eh? Going with these pads.
Haha.
Going for a big boost. It's
I,
not there.
I thought I picked up our back right. I thought. I could be wrong. No, I didn't.
Oh, you could have picked it up.
Low key thought that was in as well.
Yeah. So let's see what's going on here. I'm getting beat there.
9 times out of 10, Jack rotates out from that spot. This was the 1 out of 10.
So, Loki was expecting that to go into. Yeah, because he cut in here, and now he's cutting you off. Which, just watch this back a little. That's probably comms. It's like, even though you're not expecting him to be there, you should still call that just in case, that 1 out of 10 times he does go for that. You're already calling it, so he doesn't go for it. Almost a shot on that. I'm in a weird spot. Yeah. Not a terrible 50 because of how high up it goes. Should give you guys a bit of time to go back. Okay, I don't know where he's going. Yeah, so like right here, being Jack and seeing like, hey, you're over there. Would have just rotated back post. Pick up those 2 pads. Maybe the back boost if I need it. And then I'm sitting back here for this. And like, let's say you miss and that happens, and I can start beaking out. Cause yeah, now I'm back. That should have passed you. 100%, yeah. Which that would have been empty net for you. Easy goal.
I was so upset right there. I was actually so mad. Because I saw him boosting up, so I really did not look to see how high it was, so I just said put it a little higher.
Could have also just played some far post. Yeah, because anything you hit over here, he's probably not going to get. Yeah. Even if he is, anything you place over here, he's not going to get.
Yeah. I was upset after that one.
We're within 10 seconds of losing the game, so it's not like it really mattered that much.
Yeah.
Let's see, I don't get that. Whatever. Should have been a goal. Interesting 50. I get bumped. Jake's rotating towards the ball. Risky 50. Which somehow goes in. Okay, well, that explains that. Double commit and a guy way upfield. But yeah, we're gonna call that the end of the replay because it's basically